wow. And every time I go to the nature, and the smallest offerings are the ones that open my soul to its splendor. And that's the exact feeling I get every time I go to the park. My name is Irene Pollock. I'm a student at TCC majoring in nursing. Most of the time, when I'm running out of time doing my assignments, getting crazy, time is up, I go to a nearby park, I take off my shoes, I connect to the nature, I feel grounded, and the nature assures me that everything is gonna be okay. This is me right in the nature. Most people, when they are going for their first date, they prefer to go to restaurants, eat a meal, take a coffee. I prefer my first date to be in a park. Nature gives me high energy vibration. It grounds me. It helps me to be intentional. And also nature gives me a peace of mind, mental clarity, and it reminds me that we are oneness with nature. According to US Department of Interior, they made a study saying that most people, when they go to the nature, it helps them to have a peace of mind. It helps them to have mental clarity, and it also helps them to be mindful. It helps them to socialize, and it helps them to have empathy. According to the US, according to Washington Trade Association, one big study they made, there was a patient who had anxiety. That patient was prescribed to go to a natural park with family at least once a day. She said after being in the nature for 1 week, she got her life back together. That's how nature helped her to cope with her anxiety. Sometimes we all have problems like humans, but when I go to the nature, I see kids playing. I hear birds sing. I see animals. It reminds me that I should not be worried about anything. Um, when I hug a tree, it's so therapeutic, and it helps me to know that I should not be worried about anything. That is nature therapy right there. Uh, According to the studies done worldwide about going to the nature, this was um, public trust, public land trust. They made a study around the globe, and they found out that people who go out in the greens, it helps them to cope with vas, vasco, vas, vasco, vasco diseases of the heart. It helps them to cope with anxiety. It helps them with uh, body weight, to lose weight. And also it helps them in mood, concentration, and it also helps them to cope with stress. According to Dr. Howard Frumkin, he is a former dean of University of Washington School of Public Health, and is also he was an ex-officio at Center for Disease Control and Prevention. He said that the benefits we get from the nature, if it was a medicine and it was prescribed, everyone would take it, because nature gives us medicine that is free, that has no side effects, and that medicine is also at a minimum cost. That's how powerful going to the parks is. Um, he also said that being in the parks, it helps to cope up with uh, diseases of the heart, it helps to cope up with anxiety, it helps to cope up with stress. That's how powerful going to the parks is. It is very fascinating how small things, how small things we get for free from the nature can help us to change our life and be better people. Thank you so much.